Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new series, Algebra and Trigonometry. So I will be working off of the Open Stacks book, Algebra and Trigonometry, and I will be, just kind of going through all these problems and seeing exactly the way that we could solve these. Okay, all right, let's crack into it. So the first thing we're going to be doing is simplifying expressions. So the way we simplify expressions is using PEMDAS, right? We go into the parentheses, we go into the exponent, multiply and divide, add and subtract. So there's, a couple of exceptions to the rule, right? Multiply and division, add and subtract, you can go left to right. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into it. So this first one, I'm hoping I'm going to have enough room to do all these. So we have 10 plus 2 times 5 minus 3. Okay, so we got to start with the parentheses, right? That's the first step in the order of operations. So we have 2. So 5 minus 3 is 2. So we have 10 plus 2 times 2. So next we have a multiply and an add. So we got to multiply first, so that'll be 4. And then it's 10 plus 4. So our answer for number 4 is going to be 14. And this is just following the order of operations here, okay? Maybe this will work, maybe it won't. We'll see. Okay. So the number 5 is going to be 6 dividing by 2 minus 81. Oh, there's a parentheses there. Should probably put it first. 81 dividing uh, 3 squared. See, now I'm writing too tiny, so it's kind of freaking out. Okay, so we have 81 dividing 3 squared. So first we go in the parentheses, right? Once we go in the parentheses, we basically start at the top again, right? So we got to handle this exponent first. So we have 6 dividing... Gosh, I might just do these as slashes. Well, I'll leave it as a divide. Dividing 2 minus 81 dividing 9. So if I lost you on this 9, the 9 is coming from 3 squared, right? 3 squared is 3 times 3. Okay, so now we still have to handle this divide in the parentheses. So we're going to do everything by the book. Some of you guys might see that I could probably have just done the 6 dividing by 2 right away. And you're not wrong. So 81 divided by 9 will be 9. And then now we do this last division because we have a division and a minus. So division is higher. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then finally 3 minus 9, negative 6. Alright, so that's how we would have handled something like number 5. Now there's so many flavors of these, right? It's hard to say, you know. I don't really feel there's a pattern to any of these anyway, you know. You kind of just gotta really pay attention to your order of operations and do exactly as the rules state. So I think a lot of people try to memorize these patterns, and there's just too many variations. People, don't do that to yourself, okay? You'll definitely hate math. Now we follow the order of operations, right? So I have a parentheses, I have an exponent, I have an add. So I got to do the parentheses first. So I have 18 plus 6 minus 8, which is going to be negative 2, okay? And that's cubed, or to the third power, right? Now negative 2 to the third power is going to be negative, because it's negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. And I will have to erase these. So this will make the positive 4, but then it's times a negative 2, right? So this is going to be negative 8. So negative 2 cubed will give me a negative 8. Oops. So that'll be 18 plus -8. So this is simply a subtraction, right? So your answer will be 10. All right. So this will be perfect. I got 6 problems. Awesome. Okay, 6 spaces to do it. But of course, this one looks like a doozy. So let's see. I might even come under here and start it all the way over here. So -2 times bracket, and I'll explain the bracket now, divided by, I've never really used brackets myself. I just use double parentheses. Parenthesi. I don't know how you would say that, to be honest. But what's going on, okay, is this bracket is representing another parentheses, okay? So this can also be brackets, okay? But you got to look at the full equation, okay? So if we're looking at the full thing, it means this bracket is first, okay? So inside of the bracket, I restart PEMDAS, okay? So I see a parentheses in the bracket. So I got to handle the parentheses first. So right now, -2 is on the outside world. Nothing's happening there. I am not ready to get rid of my bracket because now I have 8 minus 4. There's a parentheses in the bracket that needs to be handled. And everything's squared. Okay. So now I still can't do anything with the -2. It's outside. But we do have 16 divided by 16 because now we could do the exponent, right? So exponent before division. So that's 16 divided by 16. Everything's squared. So now I still can't do anything with the -2 because there's this parentheses, right? This bracket. 16 divided by 16 is 1 squared. So now we have -2 times 1 because 1 squared is just 1 times 1, right? So at the end of the day, -2. All right. So the only thing that survived after all this was this -2. Pretty funny, huh? But anyway. All right. So the next one we have is, whoops, 4. Oh man, sorry. I'm writing horrible with this thing. So 4 minus 6 plus 2 times 7. So here we have a minus, a plus, and a times, right? So we got to multiply first. So that'll be 14. So we have 4 minus 6 plus 14. So now here's where I'm saying you got to go left to right, okay? You do not do the addition first just because it's first. You must subtract first. So that'll be -2 plus 14, which will be 12, right? And we might have gotten that if we added, right? But that is -6 plus 14, right? So that would be, it's not just 6 plus 14, it's a -6 plus 14, right? So that would be 8. And then you would get 8 plus 4, 12. So, I really do see why this exception is used in the rule, right? But anyway, if you don't see it, it's okay. Just know that you have to go left to right. That's just the way it is. Some of my students ask why, and I'm like, there's probably a big debate on why we do it this way. I see it, but who cares, right? As long as we get the right answer and we're doing good math. That's all that really matters. We can, math is so abstract that sometimes I feel it's so hard to understand. I think that's where a lot of people get stuck. They're trying to understand it. Don't understand it, just do it. Follow the order of operations, get a number, and do it. When you get into physics and, something else that's a little more concrete, then you pay attention because, voltages matter. You don't want to blow up a cell phone or something. Anyway, so now we have 3 times the quantity, 5 minus 8, right? So anytime something's touching a parentheses, right, that's a multiply. But we got to go in the parentheses and do the math first. So 5 minus 8 is going to be what? 6, 7, 8, negative 3, right? So that becomes 3 times negative 3, which is negative 9. So this is how we do problems 4 through 9, sorry, out of the algebra and trigonometry book from OpenStax. This is right out of chapter 1, the end of the chapter questions. So I hope this was helpful for y'all. Give me a like and subscribe so you could keep following along with the series. And comment down below if anything was confusing. And comment down below if you need help with other types of math, quadratics, all that good stuff. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Y'all have a great day.